you've been through this whole sequence before with this defense. How different is it for you this offseason compared to last?
Really, it's nice because we were not foreign to all the stuff that's being installed. They are adding a lot of new stuff. Most of the guys that are coming back know all this stuff, so it's really just minute adjustments, changing some of the techniques and stuff that we're getting beat on a lot last year. Trying new stuff in a lot of the places where we were getting beat or erring on. And then obviously the guys, you see a large step in guys that where it was their first year in the league, or they were really foreign to like how the league works and how they operate and do certain things and how they understand new concepts, whether that's pass rush, whether that's route reading and stuff like that.
Working one-on-one with Rob a lot, during practice. What are tangible goals you are trying to reach this offseason for next year?
Yeah, so really just improve my pass rush game, work on some leverage stuff. Obviously, trying to train my body more into a different position whenever it's at contact, stuff like that, handwork, hand-to-hand combat stuff, being in close quarters all the time, really working on stuff like that. And that's really what we focused on, being more downhill towards the cue when it comes to the contact point is what we call it.
What are your overall impressions of the outside linebacker room as it stands now?
Good. Everyone's good. We're such a vast room. Like, me, Dennis, BJ. I'd say BJ doesn't really have as much as it is like craziness when it comes to positions, but me and Dennis play, there's 6 different positions they put us in, whether it's X, the end, the jack, the ace, off ball, you know what I mean? So there's a variety of positions that we get all put in because we can kind of play anywhere because we have that type of body style. And then the more, I'd say me and Dennis and Rob I've been in coverage a lot, so like teaching those guys where they have the ability to drop. So you don't really know which side's coming, which side's dropping, so it's been nice.
You like doing all those different spots?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dennis had said he's going into year 2 for you as a pass rusher. He's excited to see you kind of pin your ears back and just react.
Yeah. Going into year 2 of pass rushing it's been cool. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. There's not really much else than that. Just to go and shoot your best shot.
What have you found is the most important? You talk about shooting your best shot and working on form and leverage and all those things. What's the difference between, 3 sacks in a season and 10 sacks? Like what is the fine line that you need to improve on to make that jump?
Yeah, a lot of it is just the small errors of after contact of like, it's not always the first move you're going to win. You see guys in pass rush, they throw a move and then the offensive line will stop it, right? And then they'll exchange or go to a different move, and they'll transition to a different move, and then on that transition to their second move, third move, whatever it may be, that's when so the transitioning between my first move, second move, or third move is where I've been working on the most. And that's where you see a lot of guys have a lot of sacks, and the people that have a variety of, different rushes.
Zaven, how's the chemistry so far? There's a lot of new guys. Probably a third of the roster's new. How's it going so far?
It's good. All the guys are, the type of guys that they want to bring in. Everyone's, great character guys are able to learn, able to listen to guys that, have been here and, they tell them something to do, they don't get mad or whatever. We're not trying to get on to you. We're trying to help you. So, all the way from the new first round, all the first rounders to the guys that are undrafted, they're all the same when it comes to the mindset of being great on the field.
D-line was a big area of emphasis in free agency, draft. What's the connection been like with so many new faces there and how you guys are having to work together up front?
It's football at the end of the day. Everyone knows what they're there to do. They definitely have a more emphasis on, how we want to do things, and it's a lot more structured, and it's detailed, very more detail oriented, and so it's nice, and you understand what things are supposed to look like, how they want them to look. So we go over that, and we're very meticulous with how we want to do things.
So that interior D line is improved, right? And bolster that. What does that do for an edge guy?
Really, it does a lot of things. It does a lot of things for the entire defense, for the linebackers, for the safeties that are spinning down in the box. It helps the entire team, not just the edge, but obviously it creates one-on-one matchups and being able to put edges in the position to get, winnable plays.
There was a Browns defensive coordinator who's in year 2. He said, we know the fastball now. We can work on other pitches as a defense. Do you see some similarities to that here in this offseason, and how much more advanced?
Yeah, it was I would say very vanilla going into the training camp last year. So it's very more like we're getting to a point where me and Dennis were like, holy shit, this is a lot of stuff. But it's been nice, and you get to open up to and see what works, what doesn't work, and it's like, hey, this is not really working, or let's try this, that, or the other. Guys have good feedback on what they like, and they can see, and you get to try all these different things, and the coaches can tell what they like, so they know what to bring in when it's they're doing the test runs right now. So when you get into training camp, it's not a complete test run. You're you're sharpening your sword, not building it. Then if that makes any sense.
Does your mentality or approach change at all going into a contract year?
Nope. Same as it's been first year. Play the best.
What have you seen on Mac Wilson so far?
Yeah, Mac, I think he was a little dinged up. He's been in and out or something like that. I'm not sure, but he's been great. Yeah, he's awesome. Communicates well, tells you, wants to do this or that. And we talked to each other. We were having some STEM stuff today, and he's like, I got you. So, yeah, he's a great communicator, great athlete on the field, and hell of an off-ball linebacker.
You guys are, I think this time of year, every team would have a certain amount of optimism. And you guys are always going to probably say the right things, but it feels like there's a very genuine nature when everybody says everybody's getting along and there's great communication. And the optimism seems really high considering you won 4 games last year and you're trying to get to another level. Like, is the vibe as good as it seems like when you guys talk to us?
You put in the 4 games, right? And you put everything, all the circumstances that go into it. You have a new coaching staff. You have a whole new team. You have a new upstairs. You have new everything. You're starting from scratch. So and then also Kyler was hurt at the beginning of the year. You have literally everything going against you. It's not an excuse. It's the NFL, right? But everything's going against you. But now you have a fresh start where everyone's back, everyone's healthy. You got guys they've brought in from all over the place. And, I feel like upstairs the coaches has everyone that they want and want to do with. So then you can build on that and then go into a season thinking, okay, we got this. It's time to go.
What does having Kyler back do for the entire team?
Yeah, he's in the locker room every single day. He's first one here. He's always walking around talking about stuff. It makes everyone better, whether it's coverage guys, edge guys, because you got to contain the rush on him. You have to, disguise coverages with him. You have to play a guy a certain way because you're going to throw the guy open. He's going to know what coverage you're in if you show it. And if you get too high on your rushes, he's going to expose you going through the A gap or B gap. So, pick your poison. He does everything.
What type of early impression has the rookie Xavier Thomas made in your room?
Yeah, he's been good. He's explosive off the ball. Yeah, he's a raw talent athlete. He's still kind of got some rookie eyes where everything's kind of wide to him in certain circumstances. But when he just cuts back and goes, it's like that's it. That's all you need, brother.
Speaking of, I think everyone's been asked about Marvin Harrison Jr. So what have you seen so far?
Yeah, I got Marvin on a route the other day, and I was like, oh gosh, here we go. But no, he's good. Yeah, he makes some great routes. He makes great catches. So. He's awesome.
You broke up that play though, right?
No, they didn't throw it to him.
You said that nothing changes with you regarding the contract year, but there was a decision made about the future this year for you. So does that provide you any more motivation or anything to go out there and show?
Always, yeah. It's something that you'd hope that the team would. Saying because that means obviously they want you to stay another year or whatever. But no, I think there was no ill intent on either side. We were both straight up with each other. That's what I told the staff. I'm straight up, dude. I'm old school. You just tell me, and that's how it is. I know it's a business. There's nothing big, no biggie about it. You just got to go in, do the same thing, show up to work every single day. I've been here every single day, work every day, still lead in the room like I've always led, still coach the guys that are messing up, take coaching from the guys when I mess up. It's all the same.